What up, friends? How are you doing? Excuse my unbeaten face, but this is me all natural, okay? What you see is what you get. Okay, this is me after a 12-hour workday. Excuse me, what are you watching?
I don't know.
Put that low.
I'm gonna change it.
Yes, thank you. Can you put it a little bit low, please? Um, so all I wanted to say was I was gonna talk about the mommy sector, and Liv is mad at you guys. So I don't know what the fuck y'all did, but she's mad. But I noticed in her Instagram, she's more so concentrating on what other bitches have. She's not really concentrating on herself like she should. She's a grown woman. And I noticed each mommy does the same thing. Strong mommy Chrissy does it, Jazzy does it, and so does Lives Life. Like they just constantly look at each other, and they're just, oh well, this person has that. Rather than concentrating on themselves and getting their own shit together. Anyways, conspiracy theory. This is what I think that Lives Life is doing. I think she is like not really posting for child support purposes. I think she's trying to get a decrease. People do that. You can, when you make less money, you can let the court see it again and decrease the amount of child support. So I don't think there's a hidden agenda behind her not posting. And I feel that's what it is. All that, and she's also butthurt about the paparazzi situation. Okay, she's not too happy with you all about that, and I think her ego is hurt. I think her ego is bruised, and may dare I say she had a fall from grace. Possibly, it's possible, and she just needs to just ignore everything. People are gonna talk shit. It doesn't matter. Everybody's gonna talk shit. People will react on anything that you post on the internet. Like literally, anything you say, she should know by now, and it shouldn't even bother her by now because she should just be focusing on herself and her babies and just ignore all the noise. She's a very controversial person. She says shit to piss people off all the time. All of them do. All three of them do. They're all guilty of that. And my concern with that is the what they're doing to these women, young women that are watching these women in these situations, and these women are influencers, and they're giving like bad influences on our young minds, like our young women, and that's not cool. It's not cool for me, because how are we ever going to evolve as people? How are we ever going to evolve as people if we're co-signing this stuff? Yes, it's her life and blah blah blah, it's their lives, they could do whatever they want, but you're influencing mass amount of people. Okay, why they're watching, whether they're watching because they just want to see you fuck up, or if they're watching because you inspire them, you are influencing. That comes with the territory. You are influencing these young minds, mothers who probably don't know how to how to do relationships, maybe see toxicity all around them, but you are influencing them to make bad decisions and to not respect yourself and to just give it up to whoever the fuck you want. Like, you need to hold yourself, your lady parts, your lady parts are valuable. Nobody has what you have down there, okay? And don't give it up to whoever you want. It's your body. Do whatever you want. Do whatever. I can't tell you anything. But the way these women are just handing it out to anybody and telling people about it, like if it's no big deal, like there's HIV, there's crabs, there's herpes, there's they're laughing about it like, oh, and I had these abortions and all this stuff like that. They're laughing about it, but there are other things that can happen to you. You can put yourself in danger meeting people online, date rape, being roofied. Like, there's a lot of things that can happen to you, and they don't talk about that. They talk about it like if it's no big deal. Maybe I'm being overcautious or whatever, but I don't want young women to think this is what they're doing is right. It's not. It's okay if you want to have casual sex with people. It's up to you. That's your shit down there. That's yours. You do what you want with yours, and I'm going to do what I want with mine. Okay? And I don't want people to get the wrong idea like there's no consequences just to casually date people off of Plenty of Fish and meet up with them. No. That's dangerous, especially nowadays. Nowadays, it's very dangerous. And like I said, they are influencers. They're influencing these women, and they can't get their shit together. Like they're just making us all look bad, like women. Like, come on. And that's why I like the reactors who like to give the lessons with it. Not so much to the mommies. They're kind of set in their ways, and they're not going to change until they're ready. But for everybody else that's watching, that's a lot of influence. That's a lot of minds. It's a lot of eyeballs. It's a lot of young kids, young and not young kids, but like I'm old. I'm 42. Okay, there's a lot of young kids watching it, thinking it's okay, and it's not. And I think it's very important that we talk about practice safe sex or not having it is very important. Because, man, you might catch something and then it never go away because you watched a story time that one of these dumb bitches said, You know what I mean? And then having that many kids with that many different baby daddies, hey, do what you want, but she's struggling right now. Like the kids cost money. They It's expensive. It's very expensive. And kids, sorry, my son's like right here acting crazy, but kids are very expensive. And she makes it seem like, oh yeah, that she's like a baller. They all like to pretend like they're balling, and that's going to lead you to believe, oh, let me just have all these kids. The government's going to take care of them, or however you do it, whatever. But that's not the right way. And it's just a lot going on right now. And by now, you would think they would, okay, I don't like this cycle I'm going through. Let me make a change or two. Let me do this or that or something, because I was surrounded by a lot of, you know, I seen a lot growing up, okay? And I was determined to be different. People may look at me and think that I'm some sort of, you know, and because I've been in a long-term relationship with a woman, people think I may be more sexual than I really am. Shame on you, number one. But I'm very like, with who and even though people may think otherwise, and I know right now I don't look like much, but when I'm put together, okay, watch out, lock up your partners, okay. But I may look one way, but I'm very, like I don't just, I've never been like that, never been that type of person. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but people will see me when I'm done up and everything, and the way I talk, and I just let off a vibe like if I'm you, come here, and I'm not. I'm totally not like that. And I wouldn't really say it, growing up. Now I say it growing up because I think it's important for us to influence the youngins to practice safe sex, to not have sex, to wait until until you at least have a relationship. That's my thing. I have to at least be in a relationship to, I'm not just gonna, you know what I mean. So at least put some walls up. Don't just make yourself readily available to anybody that just looks your way. No, no, honey. You protect that, okay? You protect that, and no. Get away from me. You know what I mean? Because that is yours and that is special. Okay? That goes to somebody you really love, not just somebody you just fucking, unless that's your thing, okay? People are different. Everybody's different. Not everybody's gonna do the same thing, and you do what you do, but just respect yourself in the meantime, and and protect yourself, because you don't want to catch anything that you're not going to be able to get rid of. Okay. And I didn't really talk about it much when I was younger. People just assumed that I was a whore, and I never said I wasn't. I just kind of just went along with it. But no, now I think it's important for me to say that I'm not. I've never been like that. And people don't believe me, but I mean, I don't know, So just because you're easy on the eyes doesn't mean you have to go and spread it around. Be very selective. Be very selective. Okay, make them work for it. Okay, just saying. Just know your worth. Okay, don't ever let a man or a woman, a masculine woman, make you feel like you're less than, because you are worth it. You are worth a commitment. You are beautiful. You are unique, or whatever your situation is. Respect yourself first and love yourself first. That way somebody knows how to love you. Because if you don't love yourself, if you're just like, lollygagging with whoever, that's how somebody's going to come in, and that's how they're going to treat you. My Jazzy life, she doesn't respect herself. She doesn't love herself. She says she does, but Her actions speak otherwise, you know. And that's so. What does Chris do? Chris comes in. She barely takes care of herself. She's not obligated to do anything for herself. Guess what? Chris isn't obligated to do anything either, and she's just fine with it as long as he has a beating pulse and breathes air and is in her house. She's fine. No, not me. No, 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 no. Raise your standards, ladies, because we are worth it. Okay. Anyways, so I just want to talk about that. Stop worrying. Don't worry about other people and what they're doing and what they have and how much money they have and how many subscribers they have. Just worry about yourself and get yourself and your shit together. Okay? Bye-bye.